welcome to the third in a series of I don't know how many of these videos, but I wanted to get this one done because I won't be able to get back to this till probably sometime next week to keep things going. But the topic I want to talk about today is absolutely, I don't know, the most important of all things in dog training. If you could ask living things what they would like most from any other living thing in their life, it would be to be seen, to really recognize who they were, what made them tick, what motivated them, what was in the heart and soul and head of these things. And so every dog that I ever train, every puppy that I've ever raised, which has been a couple over the long time, the first thing I do, I don't start in putting the leash on and let's start cranking on this dog. The first thing I work really hard to do is to see what I have. You know, and when I got Mallard, I got him, he came to me at 10 weeks, showed a lot of videos of that, talked about it, showed him on the walk. My main mission wasn't to start training this dog, even though that's kind of what was happening. My main mission was to see what Mallard was all about. What kind of mind did he have? How did he process things? What kind of heart did he have? How did he look at the world? How did he interact? What did Mallard think about Mallard? And how did he best learn? How did he best respond? And that's why on the food thing, there's no one there for treats. It requires me to pay a whole lot of attention, to watch in an unbiased, objective way. I can't be looking for, oh gosh, this dog is going to be, his breeding's great, he's going to be a superstar. I don't know. He might be superstar, might be terrible. It doesn't matter because I need to find out what is Mallard. So when you get your puppy, when you have your puppy, and you make your plan, I hope, on all the things that you want to do, and you got the feeding thing right, you got where he's going to sleep, and who's going to take him for a daily walk, and who's going to do some work with him. When you actually get this dog, pay attention all the time. Puppies are learning all the time. They learn 100% of the time they're with you. Whether you're engaged or not engaged, they are, and they're learning. The real key would also to be that same way and to be engaged. Watch this dog. Watch what they do. Do new things frighten them? Do they even recognize new things? Are they fearful? Are they kind of mindlessly bold, which, you know, might mean there's not a lot going on up here? All these puppies are always high energy. Is this little guy high energy? Or is his mind kind of, I like to call it disco ball, just poo, poo, ADD. And I think that we have a lot of puppies right now, I don't know what it is, I don't know if it's food or breeding or what it is, who really have what really are kind of ADD. It's really hard to get them to sort of stay in on one thing at a time. Now, and for whatever reason that is, you certainly don't want to enhance that. But you want to notice, does this little guy only hold a thought for this long, and then another and another and another? Pay attention to that. People define their puppies by, oh, he barks, and he always bites the kids, and he does this, and he does that. And they define a dog that way, or he really loves to retrieve, or he's already pointed a pheasant wing, or all these other things by which they define a dog. That is not what defines a dog. What defines a dog, just like you and me, is what's on the inside. So what is this little guy? You know, I don't care if they point a pheasant wing. Great if they do, equally great if they don't. They might not have enough wherewithal up here to even know that they're smelling something. So a lot of judgments on young dogs are nothing more than just judgments, as opposed to looking at this little guy that you get and making a lot of decisions about him. Look at this little dog that you get and take note of what happens. Take note of any kind of stimuli and what their response is. How do they process? How do they react? Do they think? I had said in yesterday's video, you want to teach these guys to think. Well, they're never going to think if you don't know when they're thinking and when they're not. And the way that you do that is by paying a lot of attention. If you're a brand new dog person, a brand new puppy dog, take notes. Write things down. Make observations. Pretend this isn't your dog, but it's somebody else's dog and you're raising it. I know that one really well and it works great. So that way you don't have any of your You know, I bought this dog, so he has to be good. He has to be all these things. Throw that away and just see what you really have. Because if you were a puppy, or if you were a kid, which I suspect you were, the best gift you could have been given was for the people around you to recognize what you were, how you thought, what your strengths were, what your fears were, what your insecurities were, and what things you had absolutely no interest in at all. And they noticed that and they responded to that. And you want to grow the things that are good, and you want to not feed the things that are not. But the most important thing is to see what is in this little dog's head and what is in this little dog's heart. And you don't have to be an old person that's done this forever like me. All you have to be is a non-judgmental, patient, observant person. And if you just do that with the little one from the beginning, and as they grow, that dog will completely tell you its own story. And in doing so, teach you how to work with this dog, how to teach it, what its talent level is. Its talent level is what it is. You may have a superstar. You know who defines superstar? Whatever you're really happy with, that's a superstar. It may be that, or it may be a dog, some kind of freaky thing out of the best dogs in the world. You know, that's just kind of okay with this and not real interested. If that's what it is, you can't change that. And you can't pound on them for that. You need to recognize that and do the most that you can. Just like if you try to take me and put me on The Voice or American Idol or something, it never happened because it just ain't there. So look at these little guys, very reality based. They aren't dream based. They aren't make up for the dogs you never had based. They aren't to prove your dog is better than that guy's dog. This dog deserves full recognition, full attention. And if you want to be able to teach this little guy whatever it is you want to teach him and have him interact in your world the way you do, then you have to be that same way. You have to be teachable. You have to pay attention. You have to focus. And that's how you get these little dogs to do that stuff. So just some food for thought. And then next week maybe we can get into a few more specifics on things. But the key is seeing what you really have and working with that.